Again, that was a great fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Loved every bit of it.
All right, next, I'm reading Jarrett Griffin. Is that correct?
It's correct. Jarrett Griffin versus Sam Kercheval. Kercheval, excuse me.
So both of these gentlemen, both out-of-towners, but Jarrett fighting out of Triad. So, again, there's a Triad right here in Ruston, Louisiana, not far away. So, in some ways, a local affiliated fighter. And Sam, a Brazos Valley guy. We've already seen a fighter from there tonight. I'm checking both of them. Sam, this is his debut out of College Station.
Yeah.
And then Jarrett has had one fight.
Yeah, Sam, I was trying to do some internet sleuthing, see if I could find some info about him.
He's a mystery.
Yeah, there's a potential smoker fight I found on him. I couldn't tell for sure. It appeared to be him. If it was him that I found online, he has good striking and also a lot of endurance and ability to come back from adversity. I wasn't able to catch up with him to get confirmation on that, but I'm about 80% sure that was him, and he looked good.
All right, so these fights at 135, we've seen 125, 135, not much different. Very lightweight guys, a lot of high energy. Usually we see a ton of exchanges.
And energy is the key word. We love that when we get to the lighter guys. They always seem to up the energy in this building, and that's what we want.
That's right. Fight number 6 on this card tonight, DFC. Great matchup so far.
Yeah, thinking back to the 125 fight, Hunter Boleyn and Augie Ramirez, that was the closest we've had to the Elijah Powell and Malik Whitmore as far as fight of the night contenders.
And Sam Kercheval, another Aggie out of College Station. They're 1-0 tonight.
Coming out in the gi, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Jarrett Griffin.
The gi is 1-0. I've been keeping track of that. That's my job. I don't know what my job is to keep track of things that don't matter like that.
Yeah, Jarrett Griffin, purple belt out of Hanceville, Alabama. Again, Triad affiliation. And he's had one fight before. He won it with a first-round rear naked choke. His opponent that he fought that night that he beat was 4-4, had 8 fights worth of experience, and Jarrett Griffin came in there and found a first-round finish against that experience of an opponent.
That's right, and we've already seen one of the black belts from that school, high-level leg locking game, very intelligent on the ground. You can expect the same thing from a purple belt, maybe just not quite as sharp, but still high-level grappling from him. So I would dare say that his opponent will probably want to keep it standing.
Here's the thing, though. When you're in that locker room and you hear the reaction from the crowd that fight that happened before you, what does that mean? You want to bring the intensity again. You want to be able to try to match that.
One up what you just heard. I mean, those guys are in that staging area back, ready to walk out as soon as that one finishes. They're kind of up close and personal as far as you can be here in the crowd, and they want it to be louder for them.
That's right, and we've only had one fight go to decision, but I dare say that one was the bloodiest fight.
It was.
So every fight tonight.
Listen, guys, I've been coming to DFC from the beginning. I know you guys have too. It has never disappointed, and this is another one that has not disappointed.
Yeah, even these guys, man, I don't know how they do it, but these guys that are making their debut, they've had one fight. They are coming out here, and they are putting on some masterful performances for some amateurs. Just really killing it. I don't know where they found these guys, but they are doing a good job at it.
That's right. Small nod to the promoter there putting this card together.
I just wanted to run the last fight back. We're going to continue to push that till they do it.
I'm down for it. I'll hope to be cage side for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you go ahead and sign me up for that one.
I think we could come back here for DFC 4 and do that one again.
I'm down.
In the red corner, undefeated with one victory by submission, standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing 136 pounds, fighting out of Coleman, Alabama.
Alabama boy, Jarrett Griffin. Nice response from the crowd.
Right. Well, he is a Triad fighter, so a lot of local people supporting Triad.
Yeah, they got the Ruston school, and they got a lot of guys that are rooting for that team here tonight.
That's right. So it looks like a small height advantage there.
Let's see. Will it play an advantage here tonight?
That's right.
Like I said,
each other out.
I believe Sam Kercheval is probably the better striker.
Yeah, and he's definitely the lankier of the two.
He's looking real calm and cool here. Looks like he's gauging what he's seeing out of.
That's right. Using a lot less energy, trying to find his range than his opponent.
Yeah, he's looking at the time that Jarrett Griffin's given him, seeing what his best options are going to be before he starts throwing, not
That's
wasting
right.
that energy.
Even a filler leg kick there to see how his opponent backs out of the pocket.
Jarrett is a house of fire moving around.
That's right.
That's a lot of energy he's
fighting
he's
a taller,
using so far.
longer guy like that.
Can he get inside? Is the key.
You got to find your entrance to be able to get in there without getting
He found it. He found it with the single leg. Can he get him down there?
Sam goes for the headlock
he
control.
Got him. Oh, he's got his back.
Halfway there.
Sam able to get to the cage to use to his advantage.
Jarrett leaning on him pretty heavy here, staying low. We'll probably see a single leg if he feels like he can get this attempt. Reversal.
Good job.
Put him back on the cage, though. This time, though, has the hip blocked. Makes it way more difficult when the hip is blocked.
I got to imagine as a smaller fighter, that's how you want it. But now.
Well, it's either in or out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be in that no man's land in the middle. You got to be in his face or out of range.
And I dare say, even the way he's throwing those straight punches, covering his own chin with the shoulder there as he's coming in, is to change that.
Sam going for the knockout right leg.
Yeah, Jarrett Griffin lands a good body kick followed by a near miss head kick from Sam Kercheval. Good job getting off the fence there from Jarrett Griffin.
Yep.
You don't want to get stuck there.
Yeah, a little bit of a telegraphed, though, takedown. I think Sam saw it coming.
Got him up against the cage again.
Definitely heavy arm entanglement.
Trying to negate that reach advantage when you're right there, but Sam with a good left knee.
And I dare say you also lean on your opponent's arms in this case, trying to wear it out.
Yeah, and neither one of them wants to give up anything. They're both
good
knee.
left knee and then a good right.
Now
this is where Sam wants him up against the cage, and he's got that reach advantage. But Jarrett, that's how you answer that reach advantage with a good left in the face.
Yeah, bit of a Superman punch there.
I dare say Sam probably had a bigger weight cut. Definitely looks to be the heavier fighter in this case.
Sam's a big boy.
He does.
Something tells me he doesn't walk around at that weight.
Yeah, they both made weight, but he does appear to be a lot bigger.
What a beautiful, dedicated single leg takedown.
But Sam Kercheval immediately looking for submissions, looking to get back up. And
Jarrett goes to a donkey guard pass. Goes to the legs.
Now Sam's got advantage, though.
Careful with the legs, though. All right, now he's on his back.
Now this is a precarious position. This is how good are you on your legs or on your back right now?
Yeah, Jarrett Griffin unfortunately lost the top position there. There's only 10 seconds left.
He may survive the round, but Sam getting some kicks in.
Yeah, he's not looking at too many issues here with only 10 seconds left other than it was a close round, and ending on bottom is not great.
Good right to end the fight. They're in the first round.
That's right. There's definitely an attempt there.
Guys, I got nothing. I got a stalemate through round one.
Well, I think the takedown attempt
Jarrett
depends on how that's going to be scored. But Jarrett, if that was a clean enough takedown to score the ring control, and if he gave it up indeed whenever he tried to guard pass.
That was one of the closest rounds we've had tonight, and Sam Kercheval seems to be really enjoying himself. To see big smiles from him in the corner over there.
The real question is, did Jarrett wear himself out?
This is my first fight, and I'm smiling after round one. I think that's a good sign.
Yeah,
I'm probably in a fetal position in the corner after in round one.
Yep.
All right, icing down Jarrett in the corner, talking him through the adjustments.
Yeah, good stuff from both these guys. This is where the corner work's going to come in, especially with how close that was. The corner work, what kind of adjustments they can make coming into the second round is going to have a big deal to do with who's going to win this fight.
And I do think that's the biggest thing. Then this is your first fight. How do you adjust from round one to round two?
Yeah.
And do you continue to do, flashier guard passes like Jarrett did? That jump pass, it has a problem if it doesn't land.
In my experience, I've gone through that before early in my amateur career. That point of when you're getting hurt and you're getting hit of, am I going to win this fight or am I going to cower down and give up? And you've got to push through and win the fight.
All right, again, Jarrett using a lot of energy, in and out, in and out, in and out. Sam slower.
Yeah, definitely more methodical of the two. But I think a lot of that has to do with the reach advantage.
Yeah, he looks very comfortable
could keep him at
that
bay.
distance.
Jarrett is just moving a million miles per hour.
Yeah, he's nice and light, so I bet he has the cardio for it. He looks like he's never going to slow down. And good entry on that takedown. But
Sam very much understands that guillotine position, that head control position.
Superman punch attempt by Jarrett.
Into the single, but yeah, Sam's looking for that arm in guillotine.
They got him up against the cage right now. Jarrett's looking for, he's got the single leg.
Still deep on that arm in guillotine. Is the switch over? Oh, now he's trying to defend the takedown, it looks like.
He still has potential for that.
Okay. Right in front of us.
Yeah, Jarrett Griffin's still working
Jarrett's
that single.
got that single.
Tries to switch it to a double.
But almost got caught in a guillotine. Now we go across the cage.
Sam using the knee to break contact.
And I think what we're seeing here is that inexperience.
Nice low single. Good shot.
That's right.
Jarrett
That
Griffin.
was. And ladies and gentlemen, that is not easy to keep driving forward like that.
Yeah, but a good job of Sam to guard.
Oh, there's the Khabib double knees together.
The only thing is Sam still has that guillotine wrap over his head. He could use that to help him escape. He's done a great job so far defending takedowns with that, and here he could use it to help him get up and get out of this position.
And that's what he wants right now.
So there's the old Sambo, putting their knees together, slowly climbing up their body.
Yeah, very Khabib-esque with that mounted trap in the legs.
Oh, continuing to be Khabib-esque, just pressing him against the cage. And if you have a bigger opponent, let him wear himself out. Put the weight on him.
I like how he's throwing those punches, and then as
Jarrett's trying to get back positioning.
As Kercheval is like lifting his head, trying to move out of the punches, Jarrett Griffin's looking for the choke, but it has the full mount now, raining.
Well, if you can't get the choke, what's a good counter?
Going to the
guillotine.
Left
and right. Well, what happened?
There's a break.
I'm not sure what happened
here. Referee's fight stoppage.
What happened? He's taking a point. He grabbed the stage.
Cage grab from Sam Kercheval, it looks like.
Well, this is part of being an amateur.
Yeah, we missed it in the broadcast, but it looks like he grabbed the cage as that reversal happened. But unfortunately, Jarrett Griffin.
Sam going through a big right leg.
I don't like how Jarrett Griffin, if the cage grab was part of it, I don't like how he lost the position off of it. But
now has his back. Let's see if the takedown attempt occurs from here.
Yeah, that was a clean transition to the back.
Sam laying heavy on those arms. Instead, he's going to climb up the back. Climb him like a ladder, ladies and gents.
Can he get the right leg over? Can he get? He does. Oh, good counter by Sam.
Just shuts
dropping
him
rights
off.
and lefts.
Tries to drop it.
And it looked like right when Jarrett was about to mount the back, Sam with a great counter to end round number 2, and Price saved his fight.
Great catch, though, with the cage grab from our ref there, Chris Hill, an experienced grappler himself. Officiated several fights. Ladies and gentlemen, great rounds here tonight.
Yeah, he's been in the repping for the Louisiana State Boxing Commission as long as I can remember.
Chris is what we call a veteran.
Absolutely.
He has been here a time or two.
That's right. I'm going to have to talk to him after this and see what we missed in the broadcast. But I will like to say that up until that point, that was a one-direction fight. So round 2, to me, decidedly more in Jarrett's.
Yeah, I think this is Jarrett's fight so far.
So that was clearly a Jarrett Griffin round. There's no question about that. And with the cage grab, with the point deduction, the first round being that close doesn't matter. At worst, this fight is a draw unless he gets 10-8, a 10-8 round against him in the third.
So Sam trying to use that length advantage in the third round to look for the knockout.
He's got to look for the finish. The chances of him winning the decision are very slim.
It's not there. So,
and there is no doubt that he's the stronger fighter. I mean, we saw it with the way he shucked his opponent off. Jarrett immediately going to the tie clinch, trying.
Knees that it didn't hit. Good defense on the takedown.
Yeah, I like how he throws the strikes off the
Sam's
defending the takedown.
Sam with a good defense right there, even though he's going for the single leg takedown.
Yeah,
Sam's definitely using that head and arm control, trying to ride his opponent down. That way you can end up in this north-south. There we go, switching to the back himself.
Good spin.
So the question is, did Jarrett wear himself out in round 2? And now Sam, the heavier fighter, getting to lean on his opponent.
I like the leg hook he just got, and he's going to get back to the guard here.
And we talked about the deep end. Guys, we are in round 3. We are in the deep end now. This is where cardio becomes a factor.
Yeah, both these guys, you can tell they're wearing the their endurance is wearing out a bit.
Looks like
Sam right now, if you got any energy yet, this is where you kind of go on that flurry when you're down.
Jarrett was trying to isolate the arm, but Sam just standing up.
Yeah, good movement going all the way around Jarrett Griffin there from Sam Kercheval. He's not staying in front of Jarrett Griffin. He's moving around, getting away from his legs, getting a solid position on him.
And I have to give it to Jarrett, showing relentless aggression.
Yeah, but I almost feel like Sam is
Sam is standing on the edge of the cage. If you look at that, he's not flat-footed on the ground. He is standing up on the cage trying to find higher leverage.
That guillotine could be deep. It's hard to tell from this angle.
That's what I'm saying. Like where Sam was, he can possibly get the guillotine.
Yeah, at this point, his elbow is he's kind of on the wrong side. He's lost it at this point, but for a moment there, it looked pretty deep.
Is there a Von Flue choke here?
He's looking for it.
All right, so the
Jarrett's got to make some movement here.
So the Von Flue choke, ladies and gentlemen, if you are being guillotined but you pass the guard, you can choke your opponent because they've isolated their own arm around your neck.
Yeah, we see Jarrett Griffin
pressing
moving,
his
shoulder.
Up again, using the cage as momentum.
There we are, topside control, and Sam just trying to blast his way back to guard.
Yeah, good job.
That was Sam. You think that was Sam's chance in this fight where he almost close to dropping that guillotine.
As we mentioned with that point deduction, it's going to be very hard for him to win this decision.
Yeah.
At worst case scenario, it's looking like a draw at worst for Jarrett Griffin.
Knockout or takeout. Or tap out, excuse me,
as Jarrett Griffin looks for a guillotine himself, Armin guillotine loses it.
Now he's switching to just a guillotine, a low elbow guillotine. Cranking, though, look at the neck on Sam. It is turning
purple,
and it pops out.
Good job popping out of that from Sam Kercheval.
Now Sam's got to make his move now.
Big overhand right maybe to put it away.
Jarrett going to the triangle.
Looks like we're going to.
Trying to keep the distance.
Yeah, this is there's no guarantees in MMA judging, but.
No, you never know. Sam survived.
Yeah, with that point deduction, it's going to be hard for Jarrett Griffin to lose this fight.
Right, because that may be a 10-8 round.
And that deduction may be the difference in this fight.
Yeah, it was man, the first and third, as we're casting this, it's hard to score. If I was just scoring, maybe I could score it.
One first and second maybe to Jarrett, maybe the third round to Sam.
So second was a clear Jarrett Griffin round, I think. And first and third, as I'm casting it, I can't score it that well. I do my best to try to keep track of everything, but it's hard to.
There was a lot of exchanges in the third round, I dare say. But the damage, there really wasn't much damage done to either fighter. It almost instantly went back to a grappling situation. And I will say that there were some takedown attempts that did not land in the third round from Jarrett. So how you score that ring control, probably pretty crucial to the third round.
Entertaining fight.
Yeah.
Went the distance.
And the primary scoring criteria for MMA judging is damage done. That one, it's hard to say exactly how much damage was done in the first and third. In the second, I think it was clear that Jarrett Griffin was landing those big shots against the cage when he had the mount. First and third, there was never anything super clean landing from either fighter.
The judges' scorecard for a majority decision.
Here we go.
The red corner, Jarrett Griffin.
Well,
Jarrett.
Yeah, well, I mean, that doesn't surprise me. With the point deduction, I don't know, like, there's some booing, the coaches are weird, and I think Sam Kercheval's coach